Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. Today, I'm going to tell you why remote seduction isn't working for you. If you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you've had some trouble making remote seduction work for you. You're not alone. When it comes to remote seduction, I get this question more than probably any other question. And it makes sense because unlike many law of attraction concepts, remote seduction has a very concrete goal. No one stumbles on the idea of remote seduction. Normally, someone wants to manifest a person in a romantic light, manifest a very specific romantic relationship, and then they find the concept of remote seduction as a result of that. This is exactly why so many people struggle with remote seduction, because when you come into anything in the law of attraction with a very specific outcome in mind, naturally, it's difficult to eliminate a vibration of desperation from our being. And I don't mean desperation in a negative, offensive sense. I simply mean it as something you want very badly that you don't have. This person most likely is someone that you really strongly desire a relationship with. And obviously, if you clicked on this video, that relationship isn't happening. Your very awareness that it isn't happening is a main reason that it continues to not happen. And I'm going to explain more about that later. But first, I want to say, if you're coming to this video and you've researched a lot about remote seduction, and you have a lot of information floating around in your mind, maybe a bit tangled up in your mind, you're not sure what to think or what to believe or how to proceed, those thoughts can become an information overload. I know how that feels when you've been researching something a lot and it becomes too much information for your brain to process, and it leads to feelings of underlying stress. So first, I want to ask you just to take a very deep breath and let go for just a few minutes here with me. Let go of all the information about remote seduction that you've been gathering. Let go of even your feelings that it isn't happening with this person, your fear that it won't happen. And listen to what I'm about to say. You can be, do, or have anything in this universe. Nothing is off limits to you, and you are deserving of whatever love relationship you desire. You are deserving of effortless, deep, true, unconditional love. The reason I'm beginning the video by saying that is because the first step to a successful remote seduction practice, and the thing that trips almost everyone up, is their own feeling of worthiness. When it comes to manifestation, if you believe you are worthy of something, you now have the power to manifest that thing. But the opposite is also true. If you believe you're unworthy of something, that thing will always be beyond your reach, no matter how badly or desperately you desire it. If you don't feel worthy of something, not even the most powerful, magnetic desire in the world will be able to conquer your own feelings of unworthiness. So that would be the first thing that we would take a look at. If you were talking to me one-on-one and you told me you were having trouble making remote seduction work, the very first thing I would ask you to look at is whether you feel worthy of love. The love you desire, not the love you think you can get or the love you've experienced in the past, but the love you truly desire and deserve from another person. The next thing would be, how are you approaching your remote seduction practice? Because this is what trips so many people up. Remote seduction is not a science, it is an art. What I mean by that is, although often as spiritual teachers we will give you a series of steps you can follow, coldly following a formula or saying a series of affirmations, doing a certain visualization with no emotion behind it will be dead in the water. It won't work. It's all about your feeling. You don't truly manifest what you think, but you do manifest what you feel. Thoughts without feeling are nothing. If you think happy thoughts, yes, they may eventually begin to influence your emotions, but just thinking, I am happy, and feeling deeply sad will not help you to manifest happiness. You'll continue to manifest what you truly feel, even if you're lying to yourself with your words or even your own thoughts. So when it comes to remote seduction, it's the same way. You're manifesting what you're feeling. And these feelings sometimes are very unconscious, and the reason is sometimes they run very, very deep. What I've discovered on my own path is many of my habits of thought have become so habitual that I didn't even realize how much those thoughts were influencing me. It's like the best metaphor I can think of is, it's like if you live in an apartment that has this weird smell to it, like it just smells bad all the time. Maybe it's located near a landfill or something. Over time, your brain will adjust to that environment, and you won't really think it's that bad, and you won't maybe notice how it's negatively impacting your thoughts. Well, your mind environment, your mental environment is the same way. When you've been thinking certain negative thoughts for so long, you can start to take them for granted and not even realize how much they're negatively impacting your vibration. You don't realize how heavy certain thoughts are until you remove them from your mind and you suddenly feel so much lighter. It's like you never even realized you could feel so light. Heaviness in your mind just became the norm. At least this is a lot of what happened for me throughout my life. So, with remote seduction specifically, you may have, in fact, if you're feeling unsuccessful at it, you almost certainly have negative habit loops in your mind. Now, these could be habits of thought related to the specific person you're trying to manifest. Maybe you just specifically, when it comes to that person, don't believe you're worthy of a relationship with them, don't believe they would ever want a relationship with you, whatever it is. But these thoughts can also be very general, so you could just generally feel unworthy of your highest love relationship. You could feel, in general, you could have a low self-esteem about something about yourself that you feel makes you unwantable, unlovable, or undateable. And again, these thoughts may be so stuck in your mind. They may come from even early childhood. At this point, you may not even realize that you're still thinking these thoughts because they've become accepted as part of your mental environment. So, my next step in making remote seduction work for you would be to identify, if you can, any habits of thought that may be holding you back. And even if you can't identify them specifically, that's okay. Just acknowledging that you may have these habits of thought will work to your benefit, because it's the first step to beginning to clear these thoughts away. These negative subconscious thoughts can sometimes become like a tangled up ball of yarn, and you can't just pull it and untangle it all at once. It takes time and patience. So you can choose whatever method of clearing these negative thought loops resonates most with you, but here are a few suggestions that have worked for me. Number 1, visualization. Whenever you meditate, even if it's just once a day for a few minutes, every day, tune in to yourself before you turn outward. Before you tune into the world, tune into your vision for yourself. In this case, it doesn't even have to relate directly to the relationship you want to manifest. In fact, if you've been trying this practice for a while, you may be focusing too much right now on that specific relationship in person. You may do better to take a step back and clear out any negative thought patterns and build your own sense of self-esteem and self-worth before revisiting this practice. So visualize your highest, best self, the healthiest, happiest, most successful version of you. Tune into that vision and make it as real as reality itself. Visualize it, speak it aloud to yourself, repeat it mentally to yourself. I am happy. I am beautiful. I am successful. Repeat these things. Reimagine yourself the way you truly desire to be, and you will naturally begin to feel more worthy of all love relationships, including the specific one you're trying to manifest. A second method to go about clearing out negative habit loops, and my favorite method because it's been the most powerful in my life, is using Subliminal Affirmations tracks. I talk about these a lot on my channel, and it's because I am so insanely passionate about them. If you're familiar with positive affirmations like saying I am affirmations in the mirror, subliminal affirmations are the same, except instead of speaking them aloud to yourself, you're listening to them and not just hearing them audibly, but they're actually subliminal, which is defined as below the threshold of consciousness, affecting one's mind without their awareness. So basically, you will listen to soothing music or background sounds like rain, ocean waves, whatever it is. And embedded in these relaxing sounds will be positive, powerful messages to affect certain changes in your life. If you're interested, I have created a subliminal affirmations track specifically designed for remote seduction. This track is created to help you clear out the specific negative thoughts that may be holding you back in your own remote seduction practice. I actually have a few of these tracks available on my website, soundandsoulful.com. On this website, I have over 100 subliminal tracks, and each one is available in 3 different background sounds: rain, ocean waves, and white noise. So you can choose your preferred sound, you can read the affirmations, you can listen on an endless loop. I personally find them most effective when I listen as I sleep. So I'll leave a link to that website below in the description, as well as a link to the specific track I would recommend if you're having trouble making remote seduction work for you. So, just to review here, ways to clear out your negative thought patterns around love, worthiness, etc. Number 1, visualization. Number 2, subliminal affirmations. I'll give you one more. Number 3, positive words and actions. So when it comes to the law of attraction, there's a lot of focus and emphasis on our thoughts. And rightly so, because our thoughts and emotions do create our reality. But sometimes I feel that in emphasizing our thoughts, we forget to support our vision with our actions, with our spoken words, not just our thoughts, but how we speak to others, how we speak to ourselves. I've heard it said that the reason we say that we spell words is because our words are like spells. They have the power to free us, to bind us, to change us for better or worse. So when you speak of yourself, or when you talk about your relationships, past, present, future, desired, speak positively about yourself. Don't make jokes about how you will never find love, how it never works out for you in relationships, because the universe doesn't hear jokes. All of your words contain power. And hand in hand with that, be sure that your actions are in line with your vision. Take inspired action whenever you get an intuitive hit, even if it doesn't seem directly related to the relationship you're trying to manifest. All intuition, all intuitive hits are keys that unlock doors that sometimes lead you exactly where you want to go. Sometimes down pathways you never would have expected, but sometimes leading you exactly where you envisioned. So don't downplay or overlook any intuitive hits you get, and take action. I know this video is getting a bit long, so I think I'll leave it here for now. Let me know if you have any further questions below about what else you'd like to hear regarding remote seduction, the law of attraction, life, love in general. You know I like making podcast episodes on a wide variety of things, so if I resonated with you, please subscribe to this channel. Like I mentioned earlier, be sure to check out my passion project, soundandsoulful.com, which will be linked in the description box below. Explore my affirmations tracks, my Subliminal Affirmations tracks on that site. See if any of those tracks resonate with you. You may find something that helps you manifest a certain thing you've been wanting for a long time. Thank you so much again for supporting me and my work here on this channel. Have a wonderful day and happy manifesting.